Hello, my fabulous artists. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I'm going to be showing you how to create snowflakes by using a pencil, some white paper. I'm going to be using scrap paper from an old piece of art and my scissors today. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is drawing some snowflakes on my paper. And I can do that pretty easily by using a letter of the alphabet. I'm going to use the letter X. It's kind of hard to see because there's a little bit of a glare on it, but if I want to make this even more fancy, I can go back and add lines that go down the middle this way and down the middle that way. So here I have a super simple little snowflake. I can also make my snowflakes really big. So if you want to make a giant snowflake, you could make one with a huge X on your paper. Now I'm also going to make a line that goes through the middle this way and a line that goes through the middle this way, only I'm going to add something a little bit extra to this snowflake. On the ends of all of these lines, I'm going to add two little lines that stick off. This kind of looks like another letter of the alphabet. This looks like the letter Y. So you can make your snowflakes more fancy by turning those simple lines into the letter Y. Now I'm going to do another snowflake down here. Maybe I'll turn this a little bit. I think I'll make my X go a little bit different. I'm going to put a line through the middle, and then this time I'm going to do some lines that look like this. Okay, once I've got my snowflakes drawn on my paper, I am going to go ahead and cut my white paper into tiny strips. So I'm going to grab Mr. Alligator, and I'm going to put him close to the edge of my paper, and I'm going to chomp and scoot up, chomp and scoot up, chomp and scoot and chomp until I have a strip of paper. This is a little bit too big, so I'm going to cut this into smaller pieces. Maybe I'll hold it way back here, and then I can go chomp, 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 chomp. Oh, once I get close to my fingers, I have to move them out of the way. Okay, so now I've got a whole bunch of little tiny snow crystals, so I can start to put them onto my snowflakes. I'm going to use liquid glue for this, but you could also use a glue stick. So whatever glue you choose to use, remember to open it first. If you're using liquid glue, make sure that when you squeeze it, a little glue comes out. And I am not going to squeeze hard at all. I'm barely squeezing. So just a little tiny bit of glue comes out. It's like I'm drawing with the glue. And when I want the glue to stop, I stop squeezing. I am barely squeezing. I don't want a lot of glue, just enough. So I'm barely, 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 barely squeezing. I don't want puddles of glue. I just want a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, oops, I missed a spot, but I'll go back for that later. Now I can start to put my little snow crystals. Oop, that one just landed in the perfect spot. I can start to put all these little pieces onto my glue. Whoop. And this is great practice for picking up tiny things and putting them where you want them to go. Once you have it where you want it, though, you have to let them sit there. And then you have to be patient because you have to let the glue dry. So I'm going to pick these up with my finger. And if I've run out, then I have to go back and cut some more white little strips. So I'm going to cut some more. And I'm going to hold it way back here so my fingers are out of the way, and I'm going to cut a bunch of little tiny snow crystals. Okay, now when I get close to my fingers, I'm going to slow down, move my fingers out of the way, and snip. And then I can keep going. So I think you get the idea. This is a good practice for cutting and for gluing. Liquid glue is different than a glue stick, so it might take a little practice to know just how hard to squeeze it to get the right amount of glue. But you could also do this with a glue stick. All right, everybody, have fun making your own beautiful winter snowflakes, and I look forward to seeing what you make.